And breaking news tonight from Capitol Hill, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he will introduce new legislation to declassify government records related to UFOs and UAPs. That is a big deal, and this just came down within the last couple of minutes. And it comes as things are really starting to take shape for the UFO hearings on Capitol Hill, with House leadership just today confirming that they are tentatively scheduled for the end of this month. The hearings will be happening in just a couple of weeks. But those in charge of the hearings have been tight-lipped about the witnesses that they plan to call, even telling us that the Pentagon has already begun running interference on the possible whistleblowers. More on that in just a moment. The announcement about the timing of the hearings comes after our reports here on NewsNation, straight from whistleblowers who came forward with new evidence and allegations that the government knows more than it's telling us about alien vehicles and aircraft, UFOs, known in government lingo as unidentified aerial phenomena. Those whistleblowers include Air Force veteran and former military intelligence officer David Grush.
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
Those claims getting serious traction. Here is Oversight Chair James Comer confirming the hearings to NewsNation just today.
Yeah, we're going to try to get that in this month. I will tell you this, I've been surprised at the number of questions I've received on that hearing. So I think there's a lot of interest. There's certainly a lot of curiosity out there about that issue. And with what we're seeing with the majority of Americans right now, there's absolutely no trust or confidence in the government right now. So I think that has the potential to be a pretty substantive subcommittee hearing.
And one of the leaders of those hearings will be Representative Tim Burchett of Tennessee, who we had on the show this week. I really tried to press him on who he has lined up to go before the subcommittee to give evidence of what he alleges is a government cover-up of UFO evidence. I know you don't want to give away much. Can you give us just a little hint of what to expect with the hearings? I mean, do you have multiple people lined up at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I would hope, a half a dozen people. We're going to have some people that I would hope from the scientific community. We're going to hopefully have some pilots. We're going to have some whistleblowers, some others. But, as soon as I announce that the Pentagon puts a squeeze on them, which they've already started with some of our alleged witnesses. So we're going to keep it pretty close to the cuff. And then when we release it, it'll be public record to everybody, because I'm not going to play the secret game.
So who exactly could be coming to Washington and giving sworn testimony about UFOs, and how concerned should they actually be? Joining me now, Jeremy Corbell, investigative journalist and co-host of the Weaponized podcast. He obtained and released the military-filmed Pentagon-confirmed UFO videos that put into motion the first congressional hearings on UFOs in over 50 years. Jeremy, let me first ask you about this. I'm going to read the tweet because Senator Schumer just put this out a little while ago. I'm introducing new legislation to declassify government records related to unidentified anomalous phenomena and UFOs as an amendment to the NDAA, modeled after the JFK Assassination Records Collection Act. Jeremy, how big of a deal is this?
It's a huge deal. It's a bipartisan measure to force the release of UFO records. And we're really living in a different time. As Representative Burchett said, we are over the target when it comes to this issue. And that is why we are seeing pushback. I can tell you from an inside look that we are seeing two types of pushback. First of all, defense contractors, they have lobbying power. And this is an issue when you're asking to see the goodies. There's also turf wars by congressional staff. How, when, who is testifying. This is a question that everybody's trying to figure out, because these are coming up. So look, Representative Burchett wants first-hand witnesses, not bureaucrats like last time. So that's the difference that we're seeing now. This is simple. It's not complicated. Direct witnesses are ready to roll. They just need to be told the date.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.